Hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm really excited for today's episode in Emily's kitchen because we are making cinnamon rolls with a brown butter filling and then a brown butter cream cheese on top. I made these a little bit ago just to see if I could do it because I haven't made cinnamon rolls before. And it turned out so good. They were so fluffy, so moist. Before you put the dough in, you cover it with heavy whipping cream, which allows the dough to get really soft while it's baking. And then the brown butter filling and cream cheese just really adds a different level to the cinnamon roll. Nothing is better this fall season than a nice, warm, big cinnamon roll. So it was just on the list of things that I need to bake this season. I'm really excited, so let's just get right into making these delicious cinnamon rolls. We are going to measure out 3/4 of a cup of whole milk, and I'm going to pour that into a little saucepan and just heat this until it gets to about 110 degrees. You can obviously microwave it, but I do not have a microwave. Okay, it is heated, so I'm going to just pour that back. I'm going to pour a tablespoon of white sugar, adding a pack, which is 7 grams of active dry yeast to the milk. Just give that a little stir. Now we are just going to let this become active and bubbly, which takes about 7 minutes. And then while that is becoming active, I'm going to just melt 1/4 cup of butter. As you can see, the starter is nice and active and bubbly with all the foam on top. So we are going to start making our dough. We are going to pour the active, and then we are adding 1 egg. One egg yolk, the melted butter, which is 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to do another tablespoon of white sugar. And then I have cinnamon honey that I got from a local store. So I'm just going to add in roughly 2 tablespoons, just about, of the cinnamon honey. The honey just adds a different level of sweetness to these cinnamon rolls. With the cinnamon in it, it's like the perfect touch, I think. I'm just gonna kind of like stir all that together. Break up the eggs and stuff. Now I am measuring out 3 cups, which is also 360 grams of bread flour. Right. Perfect. I have all of my ingredients in the bowl. Gonna put this on my stand mixer with the dough attachment and put this about low and medium speed for 5 minutes. I'm at level 4. I'm just kind of making sure that it's mixing on the bottom, so I kind of just lift it up, the dough up, and double check. Take this out and kind of roll into a bowl. Alright. I placed the dough in a greased bowl. I just greased it with butter. And I just rolled it into a nice little ball. and let that sit for about an hour, and you'll see it puff up and double in size. All right, see you in 1 hour. All right, while the dough is setting and doubling, whatever it's doing, we're gonna brown 6 tablespoons of butter. Okay, it's getting foamy, which means it's almost done. Just gonna keep on stirring. All right, we have brown butter. We're gonna set this aside, and we're just gonna let this cool. I have about 20 minutes left for my dough, so this will be cooled just in time. All right, as you can see, our bread has rised a lot, which is great. Just gonna take the paper off. As you can see, it's super squishy. I love when the dough is squishy like that. I'm just giving my butter a little refresher. Okay, so now for the filling, we have 6 tablespoons of butter browned. We need 1/2 cup of brown sugar. So I'm just gonna measure that out with Wilk brick. Okay. But before I add that, I'm going to stir in a teaspoon, which I'm just doing like a cap, a teaspoon of vanilla into the brown butter. And then I'm also doing, again, that cinnamon honey that I love so much. I'm gonna say it's about a tablespoon. I just really think it adds so much to the filling. So it kind of is easier to stir. The brown sugar. And I'm also going to add in a teaspoon of cinnamon. All together. Like this. Perfect. It's literally delicious. And it smells so good. Oh my god, it smells so good. Okay. Very squishy. Okay, it doesn't want to dump out. We'll pour it out. As best as we can. Now we're gonna just again stir this, kind of give it a little refresher from sitting there, and pour that all on. And we're just gonna spread this. Okay. Now I'm just gonna cut the dough because I found that rolling it this way is actually a lot easier. Now I'm just going to place the cinnamon rolls evenly throughout. Disputed throughout the pan. I'm just gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes just for another proof. Okay, these are basically proofed all the way. I did for about 20 minutes. Now I'm just taking a little bit of heavy whipping cream, about 1/3 cup. I'm gonna just kind of eyeball it, and I'm just gonna pour a little bit over each cinnamon roll. And it basically all poured to the sides and in it, but that's okay because when they cook and spread out, it will absorb all of the heavy whipping cream. All right, I'm gonna place these in to the oven at 350, and we're gonna start with 22 minutes and check on them. It usually takes about 22 to 28 minutes to cook. Now I'm just gonna brown 3 tablespoons of butter while the cinnamon rolls are cooking. And this will be for the frosting. I could have just done this when I browned all of the butter in the beginning, but I honestly totally forgot. So if you want to save yourself a step, add 3 tablespoons of butter to your browning process at the beginning and then just set that aside. Okay, it's about done, so I'm gonna just pour it. So I'm just going to set my brown butter in the fridge just so I can make sure it's fully cooled before making the frosting. Okay, these took about 28 minutes to be exact. They look so good. I don't know why the middle one looks like that. It looks really funny. I think it was just not tight enough, so it kind of like came out of it. But all of the like heavy cream and the filling that was in the cinnamon roll was like bubbled under the cinnamon roll, so it looks like it when you pull it out will have like a very gooey bottom, which is exactly what we want. So that looks great. I think I just need to work on my rolling technique, to be honest, because they kind of came undone. This one looks perfect, but I don't know, but they look really good. So I'm gonna let these cool and then we will top it with the icing. Okay, I already have frosting on it because I made frosting for another recipe that you guys will see. But I'm adding 4 ounces of cream cheese, 3 tablespoons of brown butter, and we are going to cream that together. Okay. Brown butter cream cheese frosting is literally my go-to frosting now. It's so good. Way better than just normal cream cheese frosting. I can swear by that. As you can see, that's what it looks like. Now adding a cup of powdered sugar. Teaspoon of vanilla. A teaspoon of cinnamon. Mix that. There we go. We have the frosting for the cinnamon rolls. All right, let's try this cinnamon roll. Oh, that is the best cinnamon roll I have ever had in my life. That's amazing. Okay, you guys, I need you all to make these cinnamon rolls right now. So thank you so much for watching, and come back for many more episodes in Emily's Kitchen. Bye.